We started on this search, and we embarked to we wanted to find a coach who wanted to be in Penn State. We wanted someone that had the same confidence and chip on the shoulder that we all have as an organization. We wanted someone who knew how special Penn State was, but also loved to compete. You got to compete every day. We wanted someone who wasn't going to back down from anything. He was going to go and fight for Penn State every single day, and was going to grind. You got to grind to be great. We also wanted to make sure we brought someone here that you all could be extremely proud of. And I am so grateful that we found that in Mike. Now, I tracked Mike's career, coach's career, for a while now. And when we had the opportunity to sit down with him, his passion for the game, his excitement for Penn State and Penn State basketball, and his love for his players blew us away. And the group that was with me, we walked out of that room, we're all like, well, we got to go get him now. We loved him from the start, and we wanted to run through a wall for him. He's a winner, hard stop. He's a winner, period. He knows how to win. He understands what it takes to win at every level. He's done it at Randolph-Macon. He did it at Rice. He's done it at VCU. He's a winner. He's going to recruit elite student athletes that have incredible character and fit our campus and will be great ambassadors for the brand. Mike is widely respected across the country for his coaching acumen, his leadership, and his work ethic. Everybody I talked to said that. He grew up Central PA guy, collegiately played Lebanon Valley. He understands what Penn State, this community and our community means to the state of Pennsylvania. He gets it. Mike is a committed family man with Jody, Jody, Logan, Porter, Chase, and his family-centric focus fits who we are. His values are our values. I'm excited for all of you to get to know Coach. I'm excited for him to get to work. I welcome Jody, Logan, Porter, Chase to an amazing community. Buckle up. It's a special place. And I am excited to welcome our next head basketball coach, Mike Rhoades.
Legion of Blue, how we doing over there? Yes, sir. That's why we're here. We're here for you. We're here for the students. Penn State University is always about their students. Our basketball program here will be always about our students. Thank you to our president, Michael, Pat, and your awesome team. It's a special place. Just walking around here today, people look excited to be here, and how much fun it was to get to know everybody. I'm looking forward to building a great relationship with so many people. This is a great moment for my family, my staff, and now here at Penn State basketball, this will become our family as well. I have to send my love and appreciation to all my former players and coaches who have been on this incredible journey with me. Thank you, and I love you all. If you sweat for me, invest your time, and put everything you have into this, you become part of our family. A long time, Jody and I have started that. If we're going to do this, we're going to do this way. It's going to be more than just a game. It's going to be about building relationships that go beyond the court and into people's lives and their future. We take great pride in that, and we're so excited to build more of these relationships and more people in our family here at Penn State. My family is here. My Schuylkill County family is here. Attendance will definitely come up a lot because there'll be a lot of road trips from Schuylkill County. If you put a Yingling truck out there, look out. My staff is here today. Jamal Brunt, Brent Scott, Jimmy Martelli, J.D. Byers, and Joe Crispin. I think you guys know that name. I used to always be the best shooter on the staff, but I know with Joe here, I'm definitely not. Today we're here to build on the excitement many witnessed this season and build on something that is bold, different, and aggressive. I want to say it again. We want to build something that is bold, different, and aggressive, and not be afraid. I know this, like the people of this Commonwealth and this university, every day we're going to go to work. We will be blue collar. We will have dirt on our hands, and we'll be damn proud of it. That's who we are around here. That's who our basketball program is going to become. But man, we're going to be fast and exciting. We're going to play with an edge, and you will see the joy and excitement in our players. We have a lot of fun working really hard. We have more fun being together. We have the greatest fun succeeding together. But most importantly, as we thrive to be the program that we are going to make and build it to last, we're going to have student athletes that represent this university like so many people, with dignity, with class, with serving others, and going out into the real world and making Penn State University very proud. When I was going through some of this week, the number one thing that kept coming to my mind was the alignment of our president, the director of athletics, and the new basketball coach. I heard it, I felt it, and I just couldn't wait to get started. To see the alignment from the top to our leader and to coaches, that's not everywhere. That's special. And with that leadership and that commitment and that love, anything's possible. I'm honored to be your basketball coach. I'm honored to lead young men into battle. And like I said, we're going to be bold, different, and aggressive, and make no excuses about it. So Legion of Blue, you better get ready, because if you have as much excitement at games as I do and our players do, we're going to have a lot of fun together. And we came here to win, and we came here to win big. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for making my family feel like $1 million. And you know what? When they set foot here for good after school, they're going to see that how important this community is to this great university. So with all the love in my heart, we just want to say thank you so much. It's time to get to work. Let's go. Thank you.
Thanks, gentlemen, for your time today. Mark Brennan of Lions 247. Mike, I don't think you sign a 7-year deal unless you're looking at this as a destination job. If so, what makes this a destination job for you? And Pat, if I could follow up with you, typically Penn State does not make contract details for a basketball coach available. Can you let us know why you decided to do it in this instance? Thank you.
Well, number one, I think you see with all that, we're putting it all on the table so everybody knows what we're doing and the commitment. But I will say this, it's Penn State. I've known Penn State since I've been born. My dad used to drive us up here for a lot of different things. And I seen games in Rec Hall. I worked basketball camps here. My sister went here, my brother went here, my dad went to graduate school here. It's a cool place, number one. Who wouldn't want to be here? And then you could get to coach basketball here. I mean, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and be the head coach at Penn State every day and coach basketball and help young people pursue their dreams. Are you crazy? Why not? and why not now? And that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah, in our conversations with the board and going through it, and I've told you all, we will be as transparent as humanly possible. I know I had to ignore all of your text messages every 5 minutes for the last 8 days. There's nothing personal to that. But we felt that we would show you exactly what we're doing, no more, no less, just like we do with football. So I think it was just in an effort to be very transparent.
John Sauber, Senate Daily Times. Mike, first for you, what is your plan for building this roster, given that right now you have 3 scholarship players that aren't in the transfer portal? And following up with Pat, was there an impetus to get this done quickly because of the state of the roster?
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's the landscape of college basketball now, but I think it's more important to get everything right. I think we owe it to the program, and you owe it to what you're trying to do to get it right. Now it's time to go recruit. It's time to build relationships with these young guys that are here. And I told them not too long ago, to build relationships, take 2 things, time and trust. I'm going to give them my time, and hopefully that builds trust. And then we're going to be very active recruiting. And that's why our staff is here, and that's what you got to do. We got to go build a roster. But I assure you this, we're going to do it right. And we're going to do it so we build this to last. That's very important.
Yeah, I think when you go into a search, and having done a lot of these, you put your head down and you grind through it. It's one of the reasons why you have to have an incredible partner like I have, and 2 kids that understand it, because you've got to just keep your blinders on and go. You need to stabilize the situation. And in this world, there's just a lot of factors. Yes, you'd like to hire a guy the next day, but you also don't want to hurry it. And so you work 24/7 to make sure you get it right. And then when you get it right, you go. And when you find the right person, you go and get it. And you go get them. And so, typically you want to move as fast as you can, but you don't want to make a mistake. And so that's just how I've done it. That's how the process is. But you can't take shortcuts in this process. And so you have to be very diligent. And you got to make the calls, and you got to really work it hard.
Coach Anderley Penwell, WTAJ and Nittany Nation in the back here. What can we expect stylistically from you on the court? What is your message to your team about the type of basketball that we'll be playing?
You better be in shape, number 1. Yeah. So we'll take care of that. We're going to play with great freedom. We're going to play with a green light. We're going to have players that aren't looking over their shoulder at the coach if something went down. I want them to play with great instinct. I want them to play that you can see that they're well trained in playing in our style. What's that style? We're going to be very aggressive, especially on defense. We want to create opportunities all the time with our defense. We're going to let guys loose, let them go make plays. These are great athletes, great basketball players. So what I don't want to do is slow them down and put them on their heels. I want to put them on their toes and make them go fight at a high level. Offensively, we're going to play fast, and we're going to be very aggressive. We're going to share the basketball like my teams always have done. There's a great joy in the way we play, and that's very, very important. And people always say, can you play this way? Can you play that way? We're going to play to put our guys in the best position to succeed, but we're going to do it with great joy and great energy and have a lot of fun doing it. Because I know when players are having fun in the style of play, they get better and better all the time. That's really important.
Mike, Daniel Gallen with Lions 24/7. Bringing in Joe Crispin to your staff, how important was it to you to get someone with that Penn State connection, and what do you think he will bring?
Well, with no doubt about it, his pride in Penn State is something else, and he loves this place, and his wife was a student athlete here as well. I mean, that is great, but beyond that, Joe knows basketball. He was a pro. He's a successful college coach. He and I have talked basketball, and we all see the game similar and how we want to do things. And him bleeding on this court and sweating on this court adds to it. And if he can give that to the guys that we're going to have in this program and share that, I mean, that's a home run. I'm super excited that, and he has the same mentality as our staff. We're going to outwork everybody, and we're going to have an edge in recruiting, and we're going to have an edge when we come out here to play anybody. He had that. We all saw that, and our staff has that. I have that. That's just who we are. And to get another guy on our staff to have that and knows this place and loves this place, that's a big deal for me.
Hey, Coach. Andrew Callista from Fox 43.
How you doing, Andrew?
Not too bad. You mentioned bold and being aggressive. With the style of play that you guys and your staff want to run in the portal era and on the recruiting trail, where do you balance getting the best player available to the best fit coming in here for Penn State?
Yeah, it's a balancing act all the time. Number one, it's their character, Andrew. We want to have guys with unbelievable character and competitive character. That goes a long way. But you know, being bold, different, and aggressive with lots of skill, you could find that. And this is Penn State. Penn State has had unbelievable athletes, student athletes, for a long, long time. And those are the guys we're going to find and cultivate to play basketball at Penn State.
Evan Smith, Nittany Central and Shots Gotta Fall podcast. It's been a wild 3.5 years for Penn State basketball, a fourth coach in that time. Can you speak to some of the steps that you're going to take to provide some stability to the program, not just this year, but next year and moving forward?
Well, the level of commitment from our staff to our players is number one. You know, that's the greatest thing that we could do with these guys is work them hard, but love them harder. Make it bigger than just showing up every day. That's really important. But we're committed, and this is what is great for me as the new coach here is the alignment of our president and our athletic department and our coaches to building this the way we need to. When we were talking about a plan and building it to last, not to get just hot. We're going to build this, and I'm committed to building this to last and to make it so successful that everybody wants to come here, not just to play basketball, but to watch us play and be a part of it. And you have to have a commitment from everybody. And this is Penn State, you're always going to do it the right way and with great class and dignity, but you can win big that way too, without a doubt. And we have a plan to do that.
Hey, Coach, Jared Phillips, ABC 27 in Harrisburg. I know coming back up here, I'm sure some memories flooded back in. You were a star at Lebanon Valley College. I just wondered if maybe some of those good old days popped in your head when coming back here to Pennsylvania.
The shorts were a lot shorter, I'll tell you that. But my wife was a year behind me at Lebanon Valley, and we were flying up, and we just started shaking our head with smiles on our faces, like, can you believe this? And we've had a lot of that. We had a lot of tears this week. Sad tears of leaving a place we love, but happy tears of, man, this is going to be so much fun, and we could share our joy and our love with so many people around here. That's what we're excited about. Yeah, there are a lot of memories. I've got texts and calls from all my boys from Lebanon Valley that I played with and won a national championship with, and I had my best friend from home fill out a season ticket thing for his whole family, like just so much cool stuff. All the coaches in Pennsylvania that I heard from in the last 24 hours. And, you know, that's what it takes. It takes all of us to just be a little bit more in, then a lot more in, then totally in. And that's how you build something that becomes bigger than all of us.
John Sauber, Center Daily Times. Could you both lay out the process on your respective ends of how this played out when you made contact and when the decision was finally made on both ends that this was the right move?
No. Look, I'll answer this for him. We'll keep the search process to ourselves. I don't think that's fair to anybody involved in the search and what happened. That's more of a question for me than Coach. And I told you, it's a very diligent process. You got to be very meticulous in a search. You got to work the phones, and you got to do a lot. And it is not it takes a lot of time, but we're not going to get into the specifics of how the search went and all that.
Mike Rhoades from Lancaster. How you doing, buddy? Good. A lot of good basketball players in Philadelphia. How connected do you feel to recruiting there, and how much priority do you think it is as Penn State's coach to make a big hit in that area?
Hire a Martelli. How about that? I think recruiting, and I understand that question. There's certain areas that you want to recruit, but recruiting is relationships. And we have a staff that have lots and lots of relationships because they've been doing this for a long time at a high level. And so you build relationships over time that become friendships. And they have players, or they have connections to recommend players to you based on your relationship and how you do your job and how you take care of kids. That's recruiting to me. We will live in Philadelphia, but there's a lot of other places we will live too. Now, I've always said this is Penn State University. Everybody knows that. This is a world-class university, and the relationships we have with people all over are going to have people excited about playing basketball here. I could assure you that. So, yes, everybody around here, we know everybody around here. We're going to recruit around here, but we're going to recruit and go get the kids that we want to see come here and win big.
Mike, Daniel Gowan from Lions 24/7 again. To piggyback kind of off what John asked, when you hear from Penn State, as someone from here and in college basketball, what was kind of your first reaction? And following this program from afar, I know you guys intersected 2 years ago at the game here. What has kind of been your perception of Penn State, from afar?
Well, I've always loved Penn State from a kid there. It's Penn State, come on. I'm 2 hours away. I grew up in Schuylkill County. I mean, last year, Jody and I sat out on our back porch and watched Penn State Iowa wrestling. I have a Penn State wrestling t-shirt. I have Penn State basketball t-shirts now. So so that part of it. The conversation that Pat and I had was as real as you can get. Rhoadesy, what do you need to make this place great? And we have a plan, and we're going to pursue that plan, and we're going to pursue it the right way. And then speaking with the president and her excitement and her commitment to athletics and to basketball, why not? Think about how awesome this could be. And my wife saw it on my face. And that right there, the excitement of the president about Penn State basketball, the excitement of your director of athletics about Penn State basketball, and for me, growing up my whole life, and it's Penn State, let's do it. Let's do it, and we're not looking back.
Hey, Mike, nice to meet you. Travis Johnson for the Associated Press.
Hey, Travis.
Hi, nice to meet you. Have you had a chance to tour, look at the facilities, some of the resources that you'll have at your fingertips? And if not, what, I guess, could you anticipate making recommendations at a certain point for what you see things, maybe for how you see things maybe being able to be improved?
A lot of cool stuff. I walked around. Don't worry, I'm that guy at 6 in the morning, at 11 o'clock at night that walk around and think of this and think that. And I told the president the other day that I'm a pit bull with manners. I have no problem to say that. You always got to be pushing to get better. Everything around our program, we're going to challenge to get better all the time. I'm going to challenge myself as a basketball coach. I'm going to challenge our staff to learn more. How do we communicate differently and better with our guys? Like all that. And the coaching part and the relationship part is number one. But the next part of it is, what can we do to continue to push the program and our student athletes forward? So there's short-term lists, there's long-term lists, and I'm that guy that that I'm not afraid to have a meeting, or I'm not afraid to have that conversation. What if? Why not? So that's just me. That's just me, and there's a way to do that. There's a way to do it, and so as we move along here, we will continue to push forward without a doubt, and we want to give our players the greatest experience they ever could have as a student athlete and playing basketball at Penn State. And you do that by taking care of them in so many different ways, and we're going to push that all the time.
Thank you all very much for coming today, and a very heartfelt welcome to Nittany Nation to Coach Rhoades and his family, and we'll see you back in the BJC in November. Thanks all.